Hello. That was a bit slow, wasn't it? I'll do a black screen there for a second. Is there anybody there? Hello. Oh, I know this is a weird time of day for me to be on. Was it 6:30? Yeah, I know that's a strange time. It's usually either morning time or late at night time. What's happening? What are you all up to? Oh, still struggling with that bloody wrist, man. There we go. Hi, Hannah. What's the manners, Holly? You've changed your name. How's it going? Long time no see. I'm trying to tighten this up a little bit. It's sore. How's it going? I've got something I was going to share with you guys, but it's a little bit embarrassing, and I don't know if I should share it or not. I found it and I thought, that is gold. I have to share that, and I'm like, do I really want to? Never mind that. We'll get to that in a minute. How's it going? I've not spoken to you for ages. What's happening? Oh, yeah. There's no music. That's why it's quiet. There's too many Hannahs, so you go by Nanners. That makes sense. But it confused me when I saw it. I was like, hang on, I'm sure her name's Hannah. It is Hannah, isn't it? You know, just for a split second, I'm like, that's not quite right. Hi, Helga. Hi, Michael. I've got something. I found something that I was going to share with everyone, and then I'm like, will I or won't I? Because it's a little bit cringy. When I first saw it, I thought, that's fucking gold. I need to share that with everybody. And then I'm like, do you know what? Fuck it. I will. This is a good thing about not having much of an ego. Is, you know, you're not afraid to make a fool of yourself, right? Snugglewitz is finished. Oh, nice. Yeah, because the last time I spoke to you, I don't think you had any. Was it arms? You were still waiting for arms. So will I just get to it? Right. This was found at my mum's place, right? She must have kept it safe, in a safe place. It's kind of big. It's kind of awkward. Hang on. You've not to laugh too much, okay? Oh, there's more than one thing. Hang on. So there's this big paper one. Oh, just lost all the comments because my mouse has moved. Hang on. Am I singing requests? Only if someone drops a request a song. What do you call it? Award. I might consider it. But why is that what would be embarrassing? So this is when I was at school a long time ago. We had, I don't know what the qualifications are like there, right? But here in Scotland, we had things called standard grades and then higher. And in England, you would have GCSEs and then A levels, right? And those are the school exams that you do before you go to uni or whatever, right? This is the course or some of the coursework for my standard grade art. Hi, Pablo. Now that means it's really fucking old, right? Because I'm really old, right? So this is school coursework, and this is the design unit part of the art and design standard grade, not the higher. I don't have the work for the higher. The school kept my higher work and displayed it in school, so I never ever got that. But my mum's kept this for at least 20 years. I am 40, Michael. And this is from 1996, I believe, which means I was 15. So you do the maths. How old is it? Somebody's yappy dog outside. This is a half finished still life something, but this is the bit that I wanted to. This is embarrassing, but I'm just going to show it anyway. 1996. It's got that smell. You know that art department smell? You know the smell of an art department, like that kind of like acrylic paint, woody, like, do you know that smell when you walk into an art department? You don't know whether it's clay, you don't know whether it's acrylic, you don't know what it is, but it's got a smell. Exactly, Hannah. That's what I mean. That's why this is embarrassing, right? Bear in mind that since this, I've had careers in designing kitchens and bathrooms, and I'm a photographer full time, right? So I ended up doing like an arty career. When you see the coursework, you wouldn't believe that. It's not a chemically smell. It's hard to explain. Do you know that smell when you walk into an art department? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It's like, it's not a musty smell. It's not wood, but it's like you don't know whether it's clay or you don't know whether it's acrylic or you don't know whether it's not that it stinks. It's just I've opened up this folder, right? And suddenly I'm hit with like I'm back at school. I've got the smell, like I can smell it. Your art department's in the basement of the bio building. No, it's not. It's not sharpened pencils. It's not, because that's a woody smell. It's not that. It's more like, I would say it's acrylic paint. It's hard to explain it, but it's more pungent. It's like you walk into the department, you can smell it. Anyway, whatever. So old paint, yeah, it's like an old paint smell, but it's not like domestic paint. It's not like when you're painting your walls with emulsion, right? You know, vinyl silk or matte or whatever, or even gloss or eggshell. It's not that kind of. It's not like a DIY paint smell. It's like, and it smells like the art department. It's so hard to explain it. And I've opened up this 25-year-old folder, and I can smell that smell. I'm like right back to being at school again. So this is the art and design. This is the art and design module part of. This would have contributed towards getting my qualification, my standard grade, art and design, right? This is the design part. It says 4-3, so that was obviously I was in 4th year, what we call 4th year at school. Apparently. Or maybe that was the 4-3 might have been the room number. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. So here we go. Hi, Tony. This part says, number 1, it says investigation. I'm trying to hit the mic. It says investigation and research, right? So in here, there's like a little frame. I don't quite know why. And there's like a little guitar that I've drawn in pencil. I don't know what the fuck that is. That looks like it's part of my still life something. It looks like it's in the wrong folder. I'm trying to show you. Hang on. I must have decided to draw my keyboard. Yamaha, the crappiest, cheapest fucking keyboard you could buy, a Yamaha PSS 130. These are all upside down and back to front, so I'm not seeing them until I turn them over. This is obviously a brass instrument. I think it is anyway. It's not exactly, you know, a good rendering of. It's like a tuba or something, or I don't know what the fuck it is. Yeah, it looks like a tuba actually. It's not the best shading work, but it's getting better. Wait till you get to the really embarrassing bit. Hang on. I drew some famous people, some singers, and they look like, you know, Beavis and Butthead. They all look like they belong in Beavis and Butthead. Can anybody tell who that is? Oh, Jesus. It is Tina Turner. Well done. It is Tina. Can anybody tell me who this is? It is David Bowie. Oh my god, you guys are good at this. Maybe these drawings aren't as bad as I thought they were if you can actually tell who they are. Right, can anybody tell me who this is? This isn't being coloured. I must not finish this one. Can anybody tell me who that is? That's another mullet. You can tell it was an 80s picture that was used. It's not Trump. I'm trying to get it at an angle where you can actually see it. Maybe I should have put a light on in front of it. Hang on. That's what I'll do. This light on. Is that better? I don't think you're going to get this one. It's not Spandau Ballet. It's not Billy Ray Cyrus either. Right, we'll come back to that in a minute. Does anybody know who this is? It's not Duran Duran. Does anybody know who this is? Do you know who would know who this is? Car Hunger would know who this is. It's not. It is Adamant! You guys are good at this! It is Adamant. It's the Prince Charming outfit. God, you guys are good. I didn't expect you to get any of these, to be fair. Go back to that one again. I don't think you're going to get that one. It was Sting from The Police. And there's more brass instruments that I've drawn, or parts of them. You'll understand why when you see the actual design module. So I was like drawing like tubes and brass instruments. Hi, Peter. This is, you're just coming just a bit. This is, I was trying to explain, this is my high school standard grade design module, and we just worked out it's 25 years old. Okay, so there's more wind instruments. Okay, now do you remember what the folder was called? Investigation and research, right? That was the first part of the design process. Hang on, so we'll put that one up there. Try and move my coffee without spilling it on anything. It survived this long. Okay, so the next one says consideration of possibilities. Now, we were to design packaging for something. That was what the task was. We were to design packaging for something, right? A product and its packaging. Consideration of possibilities, right? So obviously this is, it's me, isn't it, right? So even at the age of 15, it's going to still be music orientated. So we've got some 1960s logos. Oh God, I'm trying to do this with one hand. Hang on. Which way? This way. Logos 60s. Hi, Walt. And then we've got some logos 70s. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe the light in front's too bright. We've got Sex Pistols, Buzzcocks, ELO, The Jam, ABBA. And then we've got some logos 80s. Look, Ultravox, Simple Minds, Adamant. Adamant always had his D backwards. U2. Was your first concert Adam and the Ants? I can think of worse things to go see, Mel. And then we've got logos 90s. Bear in mind, this is 1996, right? So it is only going to go up to the 90s, right? So 90s logos. Pulp. Now you see what this looks like. Pulp kind of looks a bit like the trombone shading, right? Prince, Oasis, Blur, Ash, Lightning Seeds. We're getting to the point, right? So I've got all these little like boxes, and I've got a list of names. Hang on. So, stage 2, I've got names. Stage 2, poppies, popsicles, popos, pops, people's pops, poppies, pops, pom-poms, tom-toms, pom-toms, tom-poms, pops you to you, pops you like, pop drops. And then I decided that we were calling this thing pop drops, right? And then I've got like boxes of bits of drawings. So for example, in the middle you've got adamant's like patterned material, and then on the end you've got a fretboard, and then you've got like the keys from the wind instrument, and then you've got like the shading from the tuba or whatever, right? Can you see where this is going? Hang on. More of the same, right? We're getting into like it's looking a little bit more like a design now, right? Hi, badges. Okay, so we've got our names. We're calling it pop drops, right? Ugh. So we've got logo here. We've got the Rolling Stones mouth behind it, and then we've got pop drops, and this one here is pulp, and this one here is Blur. Right, that's the fonts. Can you see where it's going now? I have no idea how I passed this exam. But I did. I love Adam and the Ant Smell. Still love them. I think I've got like pretty much all Adam Ant's albums on CD. So now it's starting to look like a box. Hang on. I've got this one here with these coloured like tubes, like a brass instrument. Right? That's upside down. Hang on. I don't know which way I need to hold that. Is it like that? Oh god. I can't believe my mum's kept this all these years. And then this attempt with like notes. I think there's some semi-crotchets on there, and you've got a fretboard at the other side, more tubing with like fretwork or keys behind it, like piano keys behind it. I don't know if you can see that. I've even drawn a little barcode on the bottom of the box. So this is like the layout for a box. I hurt it. I've torn some ligaments in my wrist. Me G. Who's Me G? Okay, so that was consideration of possibilities. Hi, Wes. Woo! It's all falling out. Okay. Are you still following me so far? Still got that art department smell every time I open the folder. Final outcome. Final outcome. Haven't changed a lot. It's been a year and a half. Okay, don't be weird. Just tell me who you are. And this was the final design of the box for the pop drops. Coming to a supermarket near you. pop drop. Hang on. Trying to, there's not enough space. Pop drops. And again, I've got a little barcode on the bottom of the thing. And I've called it the Popsicle Company. I'm Michael. You're Michael. Michael? Michael who? Michael's a really common name. Evaluation's empty for some reason. So that was the design part of my standard grades. Like I say, it says 1996 on the bottom of one of the things. So that's how old I was. I was 15. How cringy is that? I'm really surprised you got all the people. I didn't expect anybody to guess who the drawings were of. That's quite funny. So that's that part. And then there's this, which is bigger. I actually know what's in this one. Oh, there's two. It wasn't A-level, it was standard grade. So, like, I know in England it's GCSEs and A-levels. Here it's standard grade and highers. I don't have the work for my higher. The school kept that for some reason. It was on display in the school for years. So this was standard grade art and design, or what you would call GCSEs. There's two folders here. Hang on, I don't know what's in this. I'm trying to not hit my mixing desk while my desk's so small. Oh, okay, so this is a pen. Is it pencil or is it pastels? Hang on. I don't know if it's pencil or pastel, right? But you can take, this is Helen's sense of humour, right? Even at the age of 15, I've called it good as a feast, right? And I've spelt it feast weird, like good as a feast. And it's like mashed potato and beans. That must have been what I did for still life. It was like Cadbury smash and a tin of beans. Oh, fuck. I have no idea how I passed this exam. I have really no idea. This might actually be the exam work. This might actually be, because obviously you would do coursework through the, which was that, and then maybe something else, and then you would actually physically sit an exam, like an actual painting or still life exam. I think this is bad, Walt. What's this? This is just like, I don't know what that is. It looks like it's just brushwork. That's like, I don't know, pastels. It's like there's like practice drawings or something. I don't remember doing any of these. Trees. I don't know. It's pastel as well. I didn't keep them well, my mum did. I found them, well, she found them in either a box room or a walk-in cupboard or something. She obviously kept it safe. Again, there's like, this is more like brushwork. Like, this is acrylic. Oh my god, I'm knocking over my mic. The folder's too big. I'm going to end up smudging all that. I don't remember my standard grade exam at all. There's not a lot of like pastel work here. Smudgy. But I do remember my higher exam because it was farcical. You got an A in tech drawing. Nice. I remember drawing my, not for this work, but for my higher exam. and my desk was like one of the smaller ones in the room, and I was doing a charcoal drawing or something, and I'd laid it down on the window ledge because there was nowhere else to put it, and a fucking gust of wind blew it out the window and across the playing field. And I remember having to, like, I just looked at the invigilator, the exam invigilator, and he looked at me and he went, well, go get it then. So I had to run around the building out onto this playing field to go and get it. Some folk from the same year as me had seen this happen on the incident and went chasing after it down the playing field, but there was another bunch of little fuckers at the side of the building having a water fight, so I had to run past them to go get it and then run past them with it in my hand and try to not get it fucking all soggy, and it was charcoal, so it was like easily smudged or whatever, right? I'm fucking running past these archers like, no, don't sock me, it's my exam. And I got back and there was not a mark on it. It was like perfect. You wouldn't believe it. I just fucking went all the way across the playing fields and all around the building. It was fine. Thank God. But I don't remember anything about my standard grade at all, and yet that's the work that's been kept. But yeah, no, my higher exam was just a farce. And I fucking passed it. Would you believe? I have no idea how, if I'm honest. I was never particularly great at art. I always enjoyed drawing as a kid, but I would say I was more like sciencey at school. English and Latin were probably my two top subjects. But I just think it's funny that she kept this work. And I was looking at it thinking, oh my God, I don't even remember doing those. So there you go. Yeah, watch a replay, Walt. You're not missing anything. I was like, oh, did I share this with people? Because it's kind of a bit cringy. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, if you can't laugh at yourself, enjoy dinner, have a good one. I'm just having a coffee, a quick catch up with people. Thank you for all the awards, guys. I didn't even notice people were dropping me awards while I'm chatting away there. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Does anybody want to come up and talk? My hands smell like the art department. I don't know whether it's acrylic paint, like musty acrylic paint, or if it's pastels. I think it's musty acrylic paint. Anyway, I've got a thing about clean hands. I can't stand my hands feeling dirty. Does anybody want to pop up and chat? No night, Mel. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for not laughing too hard. Sleep well. Half a working hand here. I'm trying to... Did we ever find out who was that person that was talking about me G? Did we ever find out who that is? Periscope weirdos. Right, that's better. Until I can get my hands washed. What have y'all been doing with your day, folks? Squeak. What's been happening? Anything interesting? Did everybody leave? This is boring. I'm off. Bye. There is motion at your front door. Probably because my neighbours like to just walk back and forward all bloody day. Irritating gits. If nobody wants to come and talk to me, then I'll just put some music on. What should we listen to? I need to actually get my playlist done for this week. I haven't recorded this week's radio show yet. Don't know how loud that input will be. Whoa, okay. Nearly blew my ears away. Fuck. Someone been fiddling with my monitors. Jesus. Hi, RJ. What's happening? What happened was I nearly blew my ears away with feedback on the fucking... The mic's too close to the monitors. It's like... like that. What's happening? What's new? You just missed my thrilling, exciting art broadcast where I showed everybody my standard grade art coursework. School artwork. You'll have to watch a replay. I'm not digging it all back out again. I just put it all away. Well, of course it was music related because it was me. So, you know, even back then, it was going to be music related, wasn't it? That's what happens when you eat, breathe, and sleep it. Does nobody want to come up and talk to me? Have I been up long? What do you mean, have I been up long? It's 7 p.m. I've been up for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, about 12 hours. Why do I look like I'm half asleep? Thanks, RJ. Thanks a lot. Is that your way of saying, Helen, you look tired as fuck? Thanks. I look a bit tired. Thanks. So what's new? I always look tired. It's called old age, RJ. You're such a charmer, man. So you come in here, tell me I look fucking shattered, and then you'll disappear again and go and broadcast when I'm not there to come in. Because that's what you do. You go live when I'm live so that I can't come into your broadcast. I've got your number. You only go live when you think I can't be there. I know you're about to go live now because I'm live, so I can't come into yours, right? That's what you do. You go live when I'm live or when you think I'm sleeping. Bye then. Have fun. I never sleep. I do, of course I do. I'm not a vampire. I have to have some kind of sleep. Or I wouldn't exist. It just doesn't seem like I do. I just don't sleep a lot. It's minimal sleep. Can you hear that music? Or is it too quiet? Sounds like a Turkish cafe. How would you know what a Turkish cafe sounds like, RG? Have you been to many cafes in Turkey? Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's the sound that Bowie was going for when he wrote the song, and the sound that Midge was going for when he covered it. They both sat down and they thought, I want this to sound like a Turkish cafe. Plinky plink, plinky plinky plonk. Plinky plonk, plinky plink plonk. Plinky plonk, plinky plinky plonk. It is the man who sold the world. Can you not hear it? Is it really quiet? Plinky plink, plinky plinky plonk. I need to do my playlist. It is Bowie. Well, it's not Bowie singing, it's Midge singing, but it's Bowie's song. What's happening? Tell me. No, Nirvana doesn't have the best cover. Nirvana crucified it. Sorry. I am okay. Did you want to pop up and speak, Michael? I'll invite you. No obligation. You're part Scottish, so you're part right. Only the Scottish part. Are you trying to imply that I'm argumentative? What are you trying to suggest? You were the one that came in here, said I looked tired, told me my music was crap. You know. Hello? I can't hear you. Say again? Nope. What's going on? Have I done something with my desk? Why don't I hear you? Can you hear me? No, not at all. I thought maybe I hadn't switched the desk back over again, but I have. You can hear me, but you can't hear Michael. That's all right, you'll be back. I forgot what I was going to say there. It's gone. Poof, gone. Hello from UK. Andrew Commando. That's kind of vague. Which part of the UK are you from? You hear Auntie Helen. All right then. From Wales. From North Wales or South Wales? Looks like a radio channel. Maybe that's got something to do with the fact that that's what it's for. This isn't for Haps. This is for my radio show. Just so happened to use it.
I can use it.
Ooh, there he is.
Okay.
What
Right.
happened there? I'm glad
I don't know. There you go. I'm not as hello. This is less. Is that Adam Ant, you say?
I was really surprised that you got that, actually.
I know you were. I could tell.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, though. It did look kind of Beavis and Butthead, Adam. It did, actually. I was like, that's freaking perfect. That's because that's how they do it. They make it look kind of like the person.
Yeah. like a caricature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were. They were caricatures. But
the pulp one, though, was really good.
Yeah.
Like the logo you did, I thought that was the best thing I saw. But to each his own.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It was 25 years ago.
Well, you were 15. You were just developing. This is before all the raw,
Just
beauty,
can't believe that she
sexuality.
kept it all that time.
I'm only seeing half your face, kind of like
Oh,
Phil
really?
Collins. Yeah,
Hang on, how do we fix that?
I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun. What about if I make you
Why
the big screen?
don't we make you the big screen?
There we
You're
go.
the you're the
Is
big
that better?
show.
Is that better now?
Well, it's better for my ego, as you're always saying.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
have one of those, so
No, you lost it, did
clearly,
you?
or I wouldn't be sharing that fucking artwork.
I thought that was Hap's gold. I think everybody should share their artwork. Yeah. No, it just shows that you've evolved and you're beyond being worried about looking silly. But I think that
I
just
don't
made
care.
people, I think that made people remember their youth.
The funniest thing for me is that, and trying to explain that what that
Hmm.
smell is. Do you know what when I say it smells like an art department? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, not really. I don't
So
know. I
hard.
don't even want to go there. It could
It's
get me in trouble.
it's
So
really hard to explain it. Like when you walk into an art department, it's like it. No, not like
someone
fart.
said like
Like
farts. Someone said like
no, it
farts.
smells like. I think it's the paint. I think it's like musty acrylic paint or clay. There's just like a
It's it
smell.
it smells like broken dreams. That's what it smells like.
Artsy fartsy. Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
is. Broken dreams.
broken dreams. That's all it is. It's just the land of broken dreams. But have you ever seen sometimes the makings of a song and they'll just write a few words on a page and you see where the beginnings of something brilliant
Mhm.
started? I love that. And usually in, these kind of books, let's see if I can find, I don't see it, but you know what I mean? One of those student kind of books and they just write furiously and sometimes they scratch stuff out and
Mhm.
that's what that reminded me of. That was kind of like just the beginning of you developing. It was wonderful. It was like getting a little glimpse, you know?
Getting a little glimpse into my non-art talent.
Don't you miss
I
though?
don't know how I passed the
No,
exam.
I
I was
I thought
looking
you
at
were
it, I was
very.
thinking,
No, I thought it was good. You're being hard on yourself. Um, the thing that kills me now is the youth. They can be 10 and they draw like a master, or they play like a master. Like
I
it's
think
so
that's all.
weird.
I think that's always been the case. There's always been people like that. There was a guy in my class that was like that. That was super talented, and he
Yeah.
never done anything with it. He went away and became a firefighter. Like,
Well,
but
I
was
heard he was
so
heartbroken because you didn't marry him, so he just gave up.
well.
That
That's
was
another
it.
story.
That was
But
was his name Tony D?
oh, don't start that crap. Come on now.
Crap, crap. I look at him and he's a crap. What was it yesterday? I was singing that beautiful song, Phil Perry, Forever. They say forever when they want it in your knickers.
It's true.
I was like, well, you never know, you know.
Mhm.
Do women not say forever when they want to get in your knickers? I don't know.
No,
So we went from knickers to eating pizza. Do we should bring, can you bring Nazim up?
he's been invited.
It's as long as he does, light nudity, not full, we're good.
I think pretty much everybody's been invited.
I thought you said pretty
If you
much
haven't been
everybody's
invited and you want to come up, give me a shout because it's one of those days where anybody can
shout,
come up.
shout.
Let it all out.
These are
These
the
are the
things.
things I can do without.
Come on.
I'm talking to you.
I still say that looked like the Spandau ballet guy more than it looked like Sting. I think you should just tell everybody it was the Spandau.
It's Tony Hadley.
I don't know the names, but I think we should do a contest. Does this look more like this man or this man?
Yeah, I need to find the book that I drew it from. I was talking about that on the. I did a Live Aid anniversary
Hmm.
broadcast, and the book that those were drawn from was the Live Aid book, and I can't find it. I don't know what happened to it.
That's
I've got a
weird.
whole box of books missing somewhere, so I need to find them.
What made you come up today? I was pleasantly surprised and happy. Just the artwork, or were you in the mood, or
I
you should
just
come up more
had
often
I
at
had
this
some
time.
spare time that I don't normally have at this time of day, so I thought, well, I'll do that art
Make
thing
the most of it. Yeah.
and make an arse of myself and haps entertain some people for a wee bit.
Yeah. Why not? Nazim's in the house.
Yes.
You can put him in the main square now.
When he gets here, he's hovering in the ether.
He's sideways.
He is sideways.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, there we go.
Hello.
Partial
Now
nudity. There you
I'm
go,
on the screen.
ladies. Just
There
for
you
you.
go. and pizza.
Pizza and
Oh,
hairy
nice.
devils in the afternoon. How can you go
Now
wrong?
Now I want pizza.
Okay,
No,
you
it's
got to put
already
him on
It's
the main
already
screen
8
for
o'clock.
God's
I'm
sake,
watching the
please.
news.
Okay. Let's do a rotation.
A rotation. Gonna go around in
We're watching the news.
circles.
We're having a lot of anti-vaxxers fighting with people on the street lately.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's
really?
going on? Explain that.
Well, I'm just watching the news. Last night in Milan, there was like a big.
Someone's got to buy you a stand for your phone.
I know.
Ladies out there, listen, if you want high quality photos of this man that are stable, send him today.
No.
Stick it on your Amazon wish list.
Yes.
No, I don't do that.
Or do you like blurry visions of fantasies in your mind?
I love blurry visions.
It's not out of focus. It's soft focus.
Soft focus?
Yes.
This doesn't sound great when you're our age. Okay.
No, it doesn't.
No. That's just like fighting words. Okay.
So what's the story with the anti-vaxxers? Or are you going to tell us the story about that? Like, what's the...
Last night in Milan, they went out on the street and there was a huge crowd.
Can we turn him up?
And the news... Yeah, wait a second. Am I low? Hold on.
You're a
You're
little
low?
bit low. I mean, can hear
And
you.
you can adjust him too, Helen.
No, I don't want... How low can you go? Look at this.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Listen, if you donate to the Patreon today, you get the full view. There you go.
No, don't do that. What a cheap shot. Oh, I see nips.
Smuggling bullets.
No, last night there was then the newspaper people were interviewing them, and one of the guys attacked the news lady, saying, "I'm going to kill you."
What?
Jesus.
You people are the ones that are spreading fake news, and I'm like, oh great.
Oh no.
I thought that was like
Wow.
something that only happens in other parts of the world.
Yeah, that's nuts.
People are a little bit antsy.
They're agitated, buddy, all over the world, not just there. We have it here too. We have people who feel like they're being duped. It's all form of, the big man controlling everybody.
I believe in you have the right to protest, but don't make it violent and start attacking newspaper people.
No, they're just doing their job.
No.
It's just like Helen doing her artwork. Just let her do her
That's
artwork.
right.
Adam Ann had to be drawn. Like
Right.
that's the bottom line.
Low, soft, agitated focus. Hey, Elliot, what's up?
What are you saying?
Oh, a kid, and then a kid. The big news here is that a kid died in Milan yesterday.
From what?
A scooter. He got hit by a car.
That's not good.
You know those electric scooters?
Yeah, you should get one.
No, because I would probably get hit by a car because I don't pay. I'm not a good guy I don't pay attention to stuff.
No.
Stupid
Very
things anyway.
You think they're stupid? Why are they stupid, Helen? A lot of people make their living with those, delivery guys.
There's so many times where I've seen pedestrians nearly get hit by them because they'll use them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw a little kid almost get hit by one because
they're so fast.
Yeah.
They're so fast. That's the problem. You have no time to react.
They're not supposed to go on the sidewalks, though.
Yeah, no, they do that here.
Yeah, I think it was the same way for Tony D when he first saw Helen. His heart couldn't react quick enough to his mind.
Do you know what? You do this every single time you're talking to any female, right? You talk about Tony D's response to that female.
Here we go.
Right? I'm not playing your silly nonsense.
All right.
Right?
All right. I've been warned. I'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll behave.
You'll say the same thing to Joy, and then you'll say the same thing to...
She's onto my game. Look at her. She's taking apart my game here. She's like Lego. Yep. She's just clicking it all the way here. Oh, she's killing my fun, but she's right. She's always right.
Did you guys hear about the skyscraper in Milan that went on fire?
No.
A huge skyscraper. Look, check it out.
What happened? Oh, you did? Is that you?
Fire.
I thought that was you.
Building, But but you know what happened? What's incredible is the whole building burned to a crisp. I mean, 15-story skyscraper. There was nobody in the skyscraper because everybody in Italy is on holidays.
Phew.
Was
So
that orchestrated, do you
That's
think?
different.
It could be that somebody, maybe for the insurance, decided, look at the building, look at it.
Like,
So
come
is
on.
that an office building or a
No, residential.
But
Yeah.
but doesn't a building usually just burn in an area? They get to it and they destroy a couple floors. It's
No, but
not usually the whole building.
Right now in Italy, they're doing this cladding on buildings.
That's what I
It's
was about
like,
to say. The exact same thing happened in London. There was a massive
I
hoo-ha
know with
about
that
it.
building, they did the same. This building had the same similar
I was
cladding.
just about to ask that question if it was clad in
Yeah.
that same material.
Yeah, look at the fire. Look at the fire. Look at it.
So the cladding is really kindling. Like it accelerated the fire.
It's highly flammable. Yep.
Yes.
It's very flammable.
Okay.
There you go.
Thai, I would say I like pad
Holy
Thai.
mackerel, you would not survive that. There's no way.
No. Nope. And
Crazy.
on that note, I'm going to go back to relaxing on
You're right, cheerful
on a
sod.
Tuesday
You're coming
evening.
here, depress us all, and then sod off again. That's fine, Nazim.
I love that. Sod off.
I have a very short attention span. It's really short.
Jeez, it's all bad news, man.
Now I don't. Yeah, no.
Elliot. Elliot's here.
Well, he will be again. There's a delay in people getting in. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about, Helen. I have the same problem with my.
Let somebody else come into the spotlight.
Hi, buddy.
Elliot.
Hey, look. Here you go.
Ciao.
My Helga's in the house.
Nazim, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for the invite.
Thank you, sir.
What have you got here, Elliot?
Please follow that man. He's a great guy.
It's a Thai iced tea.
Nice.
Right there. That's a Thai.
We need to put Helga up here. That's what we need. There we go.
Hi, Helga.
Hello, Elliot.
I like the new hair, Helga.
Elliot.
I like it too. The old time.
What was the inspiration on that?
We have to go back to the basics.
Okay.
We're gonna have to eat, Elliot. Have you decided?
Sorry?
I don't know. Let's see. These are my options.
Okay.
Hang on, let's make it bigger so we can all see it. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Fried rice. Oh, look at that crab or lobster.
Ooh, should I have the crab or lobster fried rice? That sounds kind of good, doesn't it?
Is that what you fancy, rice rather than noodles?
Yeah, I'm thinking rice today. Ooh, but this is good too. This right here, pad ki mao.
What is that?
It's pan-fried flat noodles or egg noodles in a spicy sauce with tomatoes, basil, broccoli, bell peppers, cabbage, onions, and basil.
That is the most basic menu I think I've seen. It looks like something out of the 70s.
My God.
It is pretty basic, you're right.
No, it is, though. It looks like the restaurant.
It's better to have basic and be good at those, minimal number of dishes than have a menu full of stuff and for it to be crap.
Absolutely.
I knew you were going to do that.
So is this like an older style place that you're at?
I don't know.
No, not really.
No, it's not.
No?
Not too old. No.
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 Interesting.
Oh,
I'm starting
Nice
to feel
place.
hungry now.
Yeah. What is your favorite thing to eat, Helen? What do you enjoy the most?
How can you pick one thing?
I could.
Like, for example, Nazim was talking about pizza a minute ago, and I thought, oh yeah, I really fancy pizza. Now Elliot's talking about Thai food, and I really fancy some king prawn pad Thai. It's hard to distinguish. If it's edible, I'll eat it.
Have you ever gone off meat, cheese, that kind of thing? Have you ever gone vegan?
I was vegetarian for 15 years.
That's where I am right now. It's limited.
I was never vegan, but I was vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm not doing any milk, no cheese. I miss the cheese. The
This is cheese.
flavor.
That's why I
The
couldn't eat vegan.
flavor. That's one thing I was hard to go back to the basics.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I couldn't give up cheese.
How about you, Helga? You eat super healthy. I've seen what you buy. See that one day you were doing.
No,
No,
that is what you think.
that was an illusion. You were tricking us. You tricker. You were buying groceries for your neighbor.
Well, I prefer to cook all. I prefer to cook myself
Mm-hmm.
instead of ordering food.
Yes,
And if I cook, yes, everything is fresh.
true. Yeah, and the portions are good, and the
Oh,
quality is what you want it to be.
yes.
Where if you
I
go to a place from with a menu from the 70s, you have no idea what you're eating.
well, if it is really from the 70s, it is better than it, what it is right now.
There was one restaurant that I saw. It was like one of those ads, and I don't know if someone just played with the letters, but it says in the description below, "We do not know where your cat is."
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, but it's true. It's true. It's true.
Oh dear.
Isn't that funny?
Hmm.
So I think someone just figured out, hey, we can do this with the letters we've got. Let's do it. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I sure hope so.
It's funny.
Oh, why am I on the big screen?
Because you're the big star.
Because I felt like
Oh,
switching it up, and you were the last
hello,
one
We're
in.
going
please.
back. We're going back to the basics.
Last
That's why.
one in is the
It lets
fun.
the fun
Going in.
begin. Yes.
Do you feel conscious or self-conscious while I swap it over? If you're uncomfortable, I'll swap it over. Here we go.
There
Is
we
that
go.
better?
It's much better. It's unbelievable. Did you see the artwork? You were there, right? How could you saw? Could you figure out who they were
Most
in
of
the
them, yes.
drawings? Yeah, me too. The only one I got stumped on was Sting. That was
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
Sting.
only one
Me
that
too.
was the stumper. Sorry,
If
I did.
even
I couldn't
Romello
find Sting
was
in there.
here, Romello was here, and he recognized them too.
Yeah, David Bowie was easy. Tina
Mm.
Turner, I started laughing. I thought I thought about you singing "Simply the Best," better than all.
All the rest.
Yeah, and then you sang. I was horrified. Why did they pick that one? Why?
I know.
Why? It's just wrong.
I think because I was obviously clearly taking the mic. I was taking the piss, so I didn't expect them to use that.
It was still good though. When you got it, you got it. Even when you're goofing around, you got a great voice.
Oh,
You can tell
definitely. You
that
got
by
a good
just
voice.
you speaking. So, Helga, you going to still sing "Secret Garden" in the next, or maybe a Sade tune? This, the sweetest taboo.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she loves. So when you're at
Sade
home,
is good.
do you listen to Sade and who else? Who are some of the people you listen to when you're at home?
um, Depends on in the mood,
Yeah, me
which
too.
mood that I am in, and I go back to the love songs without violence and fuck you and nigga this and nigga that and just the love songs. And I prefer music without vocals.
Instrumentals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like smooth jazz? Is that what you're saying?
No, it can be salsa, merengue, whatever kind of music.
Mm-hmm.
Not the not. I don't like the heavy metal because that part is not. I don't associate with that because it gives me the chills,
Okay.
and I want to enjoy the music. For me,
Just
music is going on a trip. Go with the music is a trip. It's a story. It's And if you catch that, yeah,
Unbelievable. How about you, Helen? I know Helen. Music has been a big part of your life. I don't know if I would have made it as a kid without it.
Mhm.
It was my escape. Like, and I listened to more so than TV or anything else. Music was always on.
Mhm.
Didn't matter if I was exercising, walking, dreaming, drawing. You know, music
but that,
music was my salvation.
but that is also an escape
Mhm.
Yeah,
for ourselves or silence.
I like silence now. It's weird as I get
Me
older.
too.
Yeah, I meditation, stuff like that. That's probably the things I get most excited about is when I was younger, food, and just let the imagination go. But the pursuit, we'll call it the pursuit. Yes, yes,
Pursuit for happiness.
exactly. Yes, a form.
And
Yeah,
don't you realize now, sorry,
Helen.
Helen, when you become older that you realize that you have been searching for something outside of yourself and realizing now that it is inside, that it has been inside of you all the time.
Yeah, all along, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, we come in complete and whole, right? As kids, we're perfect,
definitely.
right? And the world is our oyster, and we're so happy. Kids, when they're sad for 35 seconds,
Yes.
and then they're over it. They're done. Do you believe any of this, Helen, or do you
Well,
still believe forever is
well,
Knickers?
well, the thing is, when you're a child, you're not subjected to the harsh realities of what the world actually is. But you're protected
Exactly.
somewhat, so you don't become sad until you've actually experienced, um, you know, sadness that y- you encounter, through your experiences in life. You're not subjected to that as a child. You're protected, so of course, something changes. That's
Do we hit a nerve?
No,
We
I
okay?
just not at all. It just seems like you're um
On Quaaludes?
stating the obvious.
Okay. It's like your David Bowie drawing. How could you not see it? Come on. You know what's funny? We got into this deep conversation. We haven't had one comment. We talk about food and we get
Mhm.
yum,
Yeah. But that's
yum.
because everybody's fucked off somewhere else because they're bored, Michael.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not listening
Bring
to this shit. I'm
bring
off.
yeah, bring us back to the 70s menu, and we're in the fantasy zone. Well, food is fantasy too, right?
I'm actually weirdly hungry. I haven't eaten today. That'll be why. Just like, why am I hungry? Oh.
Ash, thank you so much. I was going to go and probably cry in a corner for a bit after that from Helen, but you know what?
No,
I'm glad
no, you're
we
not.
only lost 99% of the audience. So we kept you. The funny thing is Helen and I could probably talk here for 3 hours and not really care.
Mhm.
And I think we used to do that at the beginning. We would just start talking about nothing. Like we weren't on air. At least you were good at looking at the comments.
Mhm.
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I'm still on you.
Do you find that you still don't necessarily pick up on the comments,
I'm
or?
way better. Oh God.
Yeah, I think you're better, way better.
Yeah. Well, I've got you.
Definitely.
You're whipping me all the time. It's like,
I'm the
Yeah, but
worst of both of
this is
you.
the thing, right? If I thought that you didn't get that, or didn't, you take that the wrong way, or think that I was,
yeah,
genuinely, you know, trying to be hurtful or whatever, like that's,
yeah,
I'm that way with you because I know that you get it. Like
Oh, I know, because we trust each other,
it's a
right?
sense of humor.
So
You're on the same
yeah,
wavelength humor-wise. Do you know what I mean? It's not. There's never
yeah.
anything malicious there.
No, I think we were dropped on our head the same amount. Yeah, I do. I do. I think mine were maybe a few floors higher than yours, but yeah. No, I know what you mean, but I
Yeah.
think part of this is entertainment, right? And it's a form of theater. And, you get someone like you on and you add spice to a not a spicy dish. We need that. It's pretty bland sometimes what we're serving. And then you come in and start, doing your thing, knickers and this and that, and I'm howling.
That's just how I speak, though. That's not me trying to, put on a show. That's just how I would normally speak to
You're
you if we
right.
were,
Most people
in
would
the
say if
cafe
someone
or
says forever, they're trying to get your knickers off. Yeah, you're right. That's very normal.
yeah. No, but
By the way,
that's
Michael,
a conversation I would have in person with you. It's not me
Yeah,
trying to like come in and
I
like
know.
spice
Oh
up
my
your
God, I almost fell over.
good.
Yeah, it was perfect. It's exactly what I needed. I was like, I'm in the moment. I'm listening to the song. It's beautiful. He's gushing. It's this great thing. And she goes, he just wants to get in her knickers. I'm like, what? I was having a moment here. This is beautiful.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut through your moment.
I did. You did. Like a sharp knife. It was like
actually,
Oh
Michael
man.
reality,
Listen to
Michael.
this. Listen to this turd in the comments. Helen, you
Uh oh.
got fat. What do you mean got fat? I've always been fat. Like you need to go get your eyesight fucking testing. What the fuck? You got fat. Where the fuck have you been for the last 6 years? Hi, RJ. Are you coming up to talk to me or what?
I was thinking about that today, to be honest with you, is you have the two opposites. You have those who uplift people and love people, right? Like Candy here. She just gave you do you do
Thanks,
a
Candy.
dance or
No,
some
but
kind
I'll
of
say
music?
thank you.
Thank you. Do you want to sing it together? Thank you.
You can be my little ident, my little thanks. I'll record that. And the next time someone gives me an
Yeah,
award, I'll
yeah,
play
yeah.
it back.
We'll go. Candy. Thank
Bing
you.
bang bong. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for your money. Show me the money. No honey without the money. Okay.
What were you
No,
going to say?
that's.
You were going to say something there. You were halfway through a sentence. What were you going
Oh
to
yeah, it
say?
really bothered me today. I was just thinking. I sometimes have deep thoughts, and I was thinking about we have people who really try, like Helga, to uplift and raise the vibration, and be honest, be kind, supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the sole purpose of being here, right? To be a source of light. And then you have other people who just they're kind of nasty curmudgeons, and I'm thinking, do they need our love more than anybody? Because to get to that point, you must be pretty broken. That you've got to come on a broadcast and tell somebody the obvious, as you said. Like how bad is it for that person, right? That they have to do that. If they
and
derive their self-worth from that, there's definitely something not quite right in the mix.
in the broadcast we had today, my oldest son and myself,
Mm-hmm.
I had a situation like that. And my oldest son, the way he spoke to the person,
Mm-hmm.
I did my job as a mother well.
Now, did he come from love or did he come at him?
Both. If you know how to melt it,
Okay.
it
I'm
will
already afraid.
be love.
Yes, this is loving. Don't you worry. But it hurts so much. It's okay.
Well,
The way
it
that
hurt
I, the way
me.
that,
It
well, to
hurt
go back
me.
to what you, well, to go back to what you were saying, Michael, the way that I view it is, if somebody's in here giving me shit, right?
Yeah.
They're leaving somebody else alone. Do you know what I mean?
Right, but
And I'm
when
a big
but
girl.
when
It's water for ducks back to me because I don't give a fuck what people on the internet think of me. So
no, me too.
you
Yeah,
know,
I know what you mean.
it's completely irrelevant. It's like when someone says that you're beautiful. To
Hmm.
me, that's exactly the same thing as saying you're fat and ugly, because they're two sides of the same coin. If you care about
Yeah.
one, then you care about the other. Well, the truth is, I don't care either way of what someone's opinion is. So I
Yeah.
would rather they were in here giving me shit,
Yeah.
because it means nothing to me, than go and pestering someone else. So they're welcome to sit there and say whatever the fuck they want in my comment section, because zero fucks are given.
Mm.
That's how I feel. And if it makes them feel better about themselves trying to have a go at somebody else, then just let them.
You can read the red comment here, right? If I send it to you, I have a feeling
Right.
we're having the same feeling.
I don't know.
Well, you will in a minute. Read it. That's what
Possibly.
yeah.
Probably. But again,
Energetically, that's what I'm feeling right now, and I'm
again,
very
like zero.
intuitive.
Yeah,
You know
like
what? Sometimes people give away with the forming of the sentence.
that's true.
Do you know what I mean? There's an
Yes,
energy in the forming of the sentence, and
absolutely. When I was on
right?
Periscope, there were people on Periscope who would have multiple accounts.
Yeah.
I actually blocked one person that had 40 at least.
Hmm.
And I would know instantly that it was that person by the way that they formed their sentences. Like, you're right, you absolutely know who someone
Well,
is by the way that they
you would know, like, if it was me too, because my stuff is very weird and cryptic the way I write. Like, it's strange.
Well, you just ask everybody, what they're grateful for all the time.
I
So you're a
do. I
giveaway.
do.
You're a giveaway.
Yeah.
We know instantly
It's a
it's you.
giveaway that you would know. If my name was Felipe, what are you currently grateful for? And did your mother drop you on your head a lot? They would know. They would know. Yeah.
Do
No,
I fart a
but
lot? Yeah, and they're
I feel
toxic.
like we're missing the point though for a second here. It's just that I think those people need love more than we do.
They need attention.
Yeah,
I
they
think
need. Yeah, that's it. They're seeking
that's
attention.
exactly it. Attention.
It's
and it is
attention.
up
So
to
there's
us.
something in their life where they feel like they're not being heard or respected.
I've always felt like maybe those people weren't breastfed as kids. There's that kind of
Breastfed?
it. Yeah,
Do you think I have maybe too much breast milk?
I don't know,
Is
but
that your theory?
I
Okay.
feel like those people. I feel like those people. They weren't given. They weren't nurtured.
Yeah, I was smothered. By the way, my mother was. You've ever heard? You've ever heard like the wet blanket? My mother was the wet blanket. What are you doing now, Michael? Do you know I love you? Yes, Mom.
You didn't turn out a bad person, so it wasn't a bad thing.
No, but I was lucky enough to have even a great grandmother who was so good to me.
I
So
told you.
You
we
coming
all
in,
need that.
Tony? Come up and talk to us. I'm going to actually stick the kettle on or make a coffee or something, but you guys can hold the fort while I do that, right?
You trust me to hold the fort, do you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll let Helga do it.
Yeah.
You better.
You're going to give me controls, are you? I
Hang
don't
on 2
know.
seconds.
It could be dangerous.
I've actually forgotten how to do that. Hang on.
You know what you do is you go into the comments.
Okay, what I
Mhm.
miss?
No, you don't go into the comments. You go into the invite, and then in the invite it says you can give controls.
What's up,
Hello,
Candy?
Tony.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up? What did I miss?
Oh,
Just
you missed someone telling me that I'm, fat and,
salads are
stating the
good.
obvious.
Yeah, we should all eat salads. That's what I got from it.
I eat salads. Who is
Do you
Larry
eat
Diller?
What's that?
Who is Larry Diller?
He's a
I
troll.
said,
He's
you
a troll
saw
that
it.
we think we know.
You
So
saw
Oh, you
it.
think you know him?
The bigger question is, who gives a fuck?
I'm wondering
I
because
do.
the shit he's saying, I'm like, I don't know
I
if I should
do.
be mad or not.
I
Don't worry
do.
about it. It's not worth expending any energy over, honestly.
no, you know
Okay,
what we
until
were
next.
talking about, Tony, is that those individuals a lot of times they're just seeking attention and they're feeling misunderstood.
Motherfucker, you don't know me. Who's this dude? Wait, no, hell no. What he say? Who is he?
Uncle,
Uh-oh.
You know who he is?
he read the comments in my broadcast with my son.
Yes, he did.
Oh, you were
And
there too.
Was that the
no, he
same
read it.
person,
He read all of them.
Helga?
Huh?
Was that the same person that was in your broadcast?
I
Is this
guess so. He calls me a voodoo queen.
this account, this Larry Diller? Was that the person who
Yeah.
was in your broadcast earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you're
but
giving
he's the same one that says Randy farts a lot.
He does.
He
I
The
just
does.
thing
don't
is,
know if
the
he's
thing is,
cracking
I
or
don't.
not.
The thing is, here's the thing. I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck if somebody's in here having a go at me, right? But if they've already been in giving Helga shit and they're sitting there giving Tony shit, then they're getting blocked. They're getting blocked because they're not getting away with fucking having a go at other people in my broadcast. And you can sit there and say whatever the fuck you want about me, but that's not
Yes.
okay.
Candy.
I don't know this dude. I don't know
Candy,
this
thank
dude
you
in
for
this
the
show
peace
broadcast. You
award.
made the call.
Well, they're
What's
blocked.
up, Candy? What's up,
Yeah.
Brian? What's up, everybody in
Tony,
the chat? I just don't know
our
dude.
job,
Yes.
our job right now is just sing every time there's an award. Thank you for the peace award.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
All I need to know is if he's legit or not.
I've blocked.
Too legit to quit. Hey.
Because he
Thank you.
done cross the line with Helga. He about to cross one with me. I just need to know because I try to behave before I act the hell up.
I've blocked. Listen. Honestly, no more attention to be given. I've blocked that
True.
person. I don't know if that blocks them entirely from the broadcast, but I've blocked them, so I can't see what's being said if they're still here. But it should block them
Oh
from
no,
the
you
broadcast.
good. You good.
I
He got
wouldn't
a
give
few
it any.
decent ones. I just didn't know if he was not. We know
Nah,
Wigger. We know
nah.
Wigger. Wigger's good with all of
No,
us.
but if he's coming here and given like I don't you can say whatever the fuck you
I
want.
know you don't. It's your broadcast, lady.
But
I didn't
it's
mean
not
to
okay.
interrupt.
It's
I
not
didn't mean
if
to throw the
that's the same-
vibe off.
If that's the same person that was giving Helga shit earlier, because I wasn't in her broadcast, and if you're sitting there giving
Yeah,
you
but
shit, then they're gone. That's just how it is. I'm gonna drop down
right.
just for a
And I didn't
second.
mean to throw everything off. I didn't
No,
want to throw
you're
everything
fine.
off. We just
I'm gonna
stopped.
go make a cup of coffee. Michael's got director.
Go make your
You guys
coffee.
chat amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Okay, you go make your coffee. I might need to run in a minute because we're just doing a pit stop real quick.
What?
It was a nice little 2-hour ride. It was a little hectic. I couldn't come up like I wanted to. So
Did you feel like things were coming out of your ears? Were you worried that
something's wrong.
that tank was too full?
Out of the way. Hey Helga, how you doing, lady?
Yeah.
I can't do this shit
She's
sometimes.
going back to the basics, she told me. It's back to the basics.
She's going back to the basics.
She is. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But have you
What's
noticed
up,
that
Blaze?
the styles right now are like the 70s?
As far as
Glasses, clothing. I noticed a lot of eyewear right now looks like stuff that I wasn't too fond of even in the 70s. They're bringing them back. Some of the
They trying,
ugliest
so I'm not
frames
gonna do-
some of the
I'm not gonna
ugliest
do all the
frames
old
ever
frames.
made
I'll
are
do a couple.
back.
I know. We better go. We better go.
No.
All right, let me drop down. We better finish riding. I will check in with you all later. Just trying to see
Okay,
what I
buddy.
missed.
Thanks for being here.
No problem. Helga, be good. Tell Helen I said what's up too. All right.
Blazing's here too.
Thank you.
Yeah, Blaze. All right.
Michael.
I'll check with y'all later.
All right. I've invited Blazin up as well if he'd like to come up. It's just
Can
me
you
and
hear
Helga
me?
here, and me and Helga. Helga, talk to me.
Can you hear me?
I feel like there's a wall between us right now.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What happened on my broadcast today? I felt so bad that my son had to witness
That.
Yeah, and I tagged Habs,
Yes.
and nobody came because I ended my broadcast with telling Habs team
Yeah.
that a person like that doesn't, in my view, he should be banned on Habs.
Right, with the person giving the comments. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
This Larry guy. I blocked him, but this might be one of the reasons if you don't see me broadcast.
Right. Was because of this.
I don't want this in my life.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I get it. I've been there. I understand that. You get to a point where, you feel like you have to push back, right?
Hey, my oldest son,
Yes.
again, he showed me, Mom, don't worry, I will handle this.
Yeah.
And he did.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So, Blazin, I noticed
Yeah,
you
what's
were
up,
in
Michael?
that spiritual broadcast yesterday, and you were doing some debating and some laughing
Yeah.
and some thinking.
Yes.
It showed a different level to you. I would have loved to seen Helga in there with you. That would have been
Oh, that'd be awesome.
that would have been
I will
chucks
one day.
and giggles.
I will,
Yes.
Blessing. I look
Yeah.
forward.
So I actually created that interlocutor hour channel just for that. So
Oh,
yeah.
so that was your
Um,
channel.
Yes.
yeah. I started
Oh, I
that
thought you
up.
were in his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
because
so Eleanor has. I gave her the password so she can open it up and she can invite the debaters. And I didn't want
yes,
to host and debate, so she did the moderation and hosting,
yeah.
and she brought me and Kyle both in. So
Hi,
yeah,
Mary.
so
How
I
are you? Good to have you here.
made it up just for that. Hey, Mary. So yeah, Helga, if you
It was,
if you ever want to have a discussion,
Yes.
I'm down. I'm
I'm
down.
down too.
We'll have to set something up.
I
Yes.
enjoyed that you had the conversation. What was that gentleman's name again? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. But
Kyle,
he's
Kyle
been
Mack, yeah,
Kyle, right? And he's been on since Periscope. So
I
I
I
would
believe
could,
like
so.
to
Yes.
sit with him too. I
for
don't like
those who think
falling
that
into
we captured
discussion.
Helen and took her to the Palladian star system, she's fine. She's back.
I've got my coffee. We're all good.
She's got her coffee. It's
Welcome
all
back.
Hello, new
good.
person who's just popped in.
Hello,
It's
Helen. I'm Blazing. Nice to meet you.
How's it
yes.
going?
It is going outstanding. How are you doing?
I'm all right now that I've got coffee.
Oh, outstanding.
Okay, I'm gonna beam down for a second and get one too. And I think you guys are fine without me. You'll be good.
Yeah, I think we might manage, Michael. Maybe just.
Did he give you the direction back?
Oh, it's my. You don't. It's my broadcast, so he can't
Oh,
take that
oh,
away from
okay.
me. um, RG, are you coming up to chat or not? What are you doing? You're in and out. You're doing the hokey cokey. What's going on?
Pokey pokey. I think I'm going to make me some more coffee too. You guys inspired me to drink more.
I'm not sure what I've missed in the comment section. I'm sorry if I've missed your comments, and thank you for the awards, guys. It's really appreciated. So, what are you doing with your day, peeps? What's happening?
Making pancakes.
Nice. Everybody's doing food, and now I feel hungry.
I get that feeling.
Listen to RG. The details of my day are inconsequential.
Yep.
Shut up, you pretentious git.
Where are you from, Helen?
I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland.
Edinburgh.
Although the way that people pronounce it on here cracks me up because nobody can ever say the word Edinburgh properly. It's like Edinburgh or Edinburgh or Edinburgh. It's like no, it's none of those things.
Edinburgh. I probably fucked it up too.
It's Edinburgh, borough.
Edinburgh.
Borough.
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
borough
Edinburgh.
like that. Edinburgh. Yeah, it's funny though.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
There is an airport there, right?
Say that again, my darling. I missed that. Say that again, Helga.
An airport in Edinburgh.
Oh yeah.
Borough.
There's an international airport here. Yeah.
Yeah, national airport. Yes.
Yeah.
I
It's
think.
not very big, but it's busy.
Yeah, I think I landed one day in Edinburgh.
That's
On my
that's as
way
far as you
to
got was the airport.
from Amsterdam to Edinburgh, and then to the United States.
Got you. Yeah. Hi,
Yeah.
Candy.
Hi, morning.
Hey, Candy, that's a long time ago.
Yes, I know. It's been quite some time.
How is in Japan?
Yes, Japan is right now too humid and too high, but we have rains yesterday, so it's quite of a fresh thing for us.
Mm.
Oh wow, wow! I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy for you.
Autumn is near. That's why.
Yeah.
Hello, Anthony.
So Helen, how
Hello,
are you?
Anthony.
I'm good. I'm not bad. I found that old artwork and I thought I'll go live and show this to people in hats. Maybe it'll give them a
Oh,
laugh.
nice. That's nice. Ooh,
It's quite
ooh.
funny when I was reading the comment section. Someone in the comment section said this artwork's older than I am. Like that makes me feel ancient.
Really? They said
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Oh
because it's my old
my.
school work, so it's like it says on it 1996, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
fuck.
wow. That is, wow, that's the year I graduated high school. I feel old now.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh boy.
1996.
Yeah, so I was 15, so it was my standard grade work, but it's so when I was looking through this folder that my mum had kept the artwork and it's been sitting there
Mm.
for 25 years and I was looking through it, I was like, how the fuck did I pass the exam? This is terrible.
So funny though. That's
It
so
is
funny.
funny. Yeah.
It's funny.
19.
How's your day going?
How do I say? Okay.
So so so
Especially. Okay.
So.
so.
Okay.
I'm more right now. I'm more on the clubhouse side, and I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of
Yeah, send
talented
some of that
people
rain
down
over
there.
here.
Wow, I was surprised though. I was really surprised. Speaking of art, my art here, my artwork is here,
Hang
and
on,
you
I'll
won't
make you.
believe it.
Wait
Yep,
a minute. Let me make you big screen so that we can see it. Hang on. Oh, nice.
yep.
So
This
what is
is
that?
just
Is that pencil? What is that?
yes. It's pencil, crayons,
Wow.
my wait, watercolor. I mean, there's a lot. I blend the colors so much. That's why it
Hmm.
got this punch.
Nice.
Hmm. If I have my
Nice.
pastime, I have my time. I can draw. But if
Hmm.
I'm busy, nah, forget about it.
Hmm.
I'll just lay low. And
Forget
this,
about it.
I think Helga will love this.
Huh?
Oh wow. There's a lot going on there.
Oh yeah, it's so detailed. It
Hmm.
took me a week to
Wow.
finish this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh
Nice.
worth
my
it.
God.
Worth it. Looks
It's
Yes.
great.
real.
That's pretty.
Hmm.
Thank you. I tried my best.
It turned out amazing.
Wow.
I just tried my best. If I have my
Oh,
pastime and I can do that, better.
Do you find it quite therapeutic?
What?
So do you find it quite therapeutic?
Oh
Doing
yes,
art, is it? Yeah.
oh yes, I did. Oh yes, I
Hmm.
did.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. I'm an old school, so I need to draw it in pencil, and
Hmm.
draw it and color it by pencil, watercolors, everything that I can find. I'm
That's
too
cool.
old school, but it doesn't matter as long the artwork is done, and it I find it so satisfying. It's okay.
Hmm.
It's really fine for me. It's refreshing too.
We have something to show at the end of it.
Oh yeah.
There's a finished. You're getting something from it at the end. You're seeing a
Yes, the
Hmm.
finished
process.
item. Yeah.
You
Hmm.
see the process.
Hmm.
Exactly.
So it
For
makes the
me.
work worthwhile.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back, Michael.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Stallion.
Welcome
Now
back.
see that. Now see that. See what you just did there, right? In the UK, that's a fuck you. That's a V sign.
In
Right?
Canada,
That's like giving
that
somebody.
is much love, peace, and not everything Helen says is true.
So
Correct.
that's the equivalent to,
Okay. Got
in
that.
the UK, that's the equivalent to sticking your middle finger up.
What this is?
Oops.
Yep.
Noted.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, because I do that a lot.
That's the peace sign.
We're
That's,
learning,
that's the
Blazen.
peace sign, and that's a fuck you sign. That's basically what's
Oh,
going on.
so all right.
Oh,
So
okay.
Yes.
peace sign with the fingers, and then
Yes.
that's a fuck. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This
Ah.
I was in a broadcast with Helen when I first met her, and she did this.
I don't think I did.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
I agree.
That's really nice. That's really nice, though. Oh boy.
Yes, it's all good. If you really want to get the message, you put it right up your nose.
Killing two birds with one stone. You're having a good old pick while you're there.
Yes. But be an equal opportunist. Like, make sure you get both nostrils. Don't do just one. A full cleaning. Or maybe save one for the next broadcast.
Oh my.
There you go.
Oh my.
So Blazin, what possessed you to do that? To want to go in the den with religious people and argue dogma?
I don't know. I always find people's beliefs and religions kind of interesting, and I've also noticed that there's so many of them out there, and so many people have different interpretations, even with like specific religions. And the only way to really explore that is to talk to those people and to build rapport and to communicate. So, yeah, it's something I've always liked to do, and I figured might as well do it here on Haps too. And yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of like still waking up. So,
What time is it there?
oh, it's noon. I work at night, so I usually sleep in. Most
Oh
of the days.
my.
have
I just
kids.
woke up, Blazin. Thank you.
See, I'm not the only
Right
one.
here.
Hey, Troy. Sorry, I just saw you there. Welcome.
Candy, I just turned you up a bit.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That and Michael,
See, Helen's doing it right now. Right there. See that? She's doing the side one.
No, two fingers, actually.
But you can't tell, right? See, that's so smart. You can. I'm gonna write that down.
Now you're going to be paranoid.
But then, is it two? Is it one? Is it two? Is it one? Okay.
Three.
It's a
Once, twice,
double F off.
In truth,
3 times a lady.
in truth, I've got an issue with my wrist, right? And it's sore when I lay it down, so it's more comfortable for me to be resting on my elbow, which is why the hand's there, because that's the most comfortable position to be in.
Okay, I'm gonna write all these down. This is really good.
Michael, do you need the paper? Okay, I'll pass it to
It's
Michael.
amazing.
I'll pass it on.
It's amazing. I like that.
I'll pass it
No,
on.
there was 2 fingers, and my wrist hurts. It just
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. He's starting.
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that was
Was there a
cool.
double meaning there? I did.
Yeah, Blaze's mind just went where I was not going to take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
instead,
Actually,
Michael.
he does. Yep. You can tell. See, he's all red and blushing. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
He's talking about.
You caught my mind. Caught
I'm
my
actually
mind in the gutter.
I'm actually surprised they didn't ask me how I hurt my wrist. I was expecting some kind of, witty comment.
Look at her hands, though. Helen.
She's throwing dice.
Yes,
That's
I
what I'm
know.
doing.
That's what it is.
dice.
She's throwing dice. She's getting ready for the gambler.
Yep.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Oh, this broadcast is plus 18 people, so please.
When people listen, Candy, when people are coming into my room, they should know what to expect.
Exactly.
And if they don't, they should leave.
They should leave, yes.
That's simple.
There's only
Yes.
two choices. There's only two choices. Either they stay or leave. The opens are wide open. Thank
It's
you.
like the Clash. Should I stay or should I go? Great song. If I stay,
saw
there will be.
Michael. I saw Michael, Helga, and Tony in here, so I figured, oh, this is probably a good one. Yeah.
All you
It's
have to
always
s-
good to
Awesome.
be here, you know.
To be honest with you, it's highly unusual for me to be around at this time of day. You know, that's never normally a thing. It would normally either be very, very late at night here for me, or maybe morning time if I'm out and about in the car. But it's 8 p.m. here, and that's I'm never normally around at that time. So it's nice to see you all at this time because I wouldn't normally be around. It's good.
Yeah, because here
Yeah.
it's 3 o'clock.
I
We're
mean, we
doing.
have different time zones. That's why.
Yeah,
It's weird, right? But
it's
it's
amazing.
refreshing.
Candy, what time is it where
Yes.
you are right now?
It's 4:15 p.m. A.m. Sorry, it's a.m.
Oh,
Wednesday.
All the
crikey! It's
plates are in the
early in the
dishwasher. Can you
morning.
grab?
Okay,
Early in the morning of September, the first day of
it's
September.
the first day, so we're in the
Have you
future right now.
have you been to bed yet, or are
Yes,
you
I
just getting
just
up?
woke up. I just woke up.
Oh, okay.
Literally, I just woke up.
So it's not like you're pulling an all nighter and you're still
Yep.
awake.
Yes. I sleep like a baby and a queen. That's why. Yeah.
Do you go to bed early? Is that why you get up
Oh
early?
yes. Oh yes, I
Like,
do
what time
go
do you usually go to bed?
10 o'clock.
Is someone wrestling in somebody's kitchen? Like, what's going on there?
Oh,
It sounds.
my, that's me. My kid was grabbing some dishes out of
Oh,
the dishwasher.
okay.
Now, normally when I'm on someone's broadcast and I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling them that it's 4 o'clock in the morning, it's because I've not been to bed yet. I've been awake the whole time.
And what I usually do is say, "Listen, Helen, it's time to sing and wake your neighbors up."
Yeah, that's me. I can wake up my neighborhood right now.
I'm
Just
still
turn up the
expecting the
bass.
cops to come to my door one night when I'm on Michael's karaoke.
Did they really?
No, I'm
Oh,
expecting
you were
them.
worried. Yeah. But Walt's here. We should invite Walt up.
Walt's been
Hi,
invited.
Walt. Hi, Walt. Hi, mate.
I feel like I've not seen Walt for absolutely ages because he's not been broadcasting.
He's frustrated.
I know.
Yeah, he's frustrated. He would just because the mobile is not working very well right now. He's one of thousands that are frustrated.
But I've been having issues with the desktop as well. I was having this conversation with Pablo yesterday.
Hmm.
Like, it's not just the mobile at the moment; it's the desktop as well.
I find it sluggish.
I'm finding difficult even getting into people's streams. It's taking me, multiple attempts to even get in through the, you're going to the trending list and you're trying to get in, and then it just freezes up.
Yeah.
Like it used to do on the mobile phone. It's doing the same thing on the desktop.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of changes under the hood that we don't know about. So
I'm using iOS right now. I'm using my tablet. It took me 2 attempts to shut down my tablet and then go in. So it's quite frustrating. Before it really never happened.
you know what? Though,
Yeah.
think about it. We've got 5 people here all over the world together speaking. It's pretty seamless. We're pretty lucky.
Yeah, once it gets going, it's well, apart from that last time where my broadcast shut down halfway through and I had to reboot the computer. But generally, once it gets going, it's fine. It's the actual getting to that point. It's getting it. And obviously, when people have been coming in as well, there seems to be some kind of delay in getting them into the room as well, which is that wasn't the case before. Every time someone's come in here just now, there's been like a black.
Yeah,
window.
I haven't seen Lincoln either.
Yeah, but he's probably just being busy, doing stuff. I wouldn't read anything into that.
You should invite him. See, if you invite him, he might come up. I may have.
No,
I may have pushed too hard.
No, it's 8 o'clock at night. I'll be at work. Like, I'm not gonna.
So you know his schedule. Okay.
That's fair. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Helga, you haven't said anything for a while. What's going on?
I was going to say, is Walt coming up to say hiya? Or are you busy?
Hey,
howdy. You because I hear my dogs.
Someone's coming up. My screen just froze.
Did it? Well, you're fine. We see you.
We see you fine.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
They say change your view.
Because on the preview window you look fine, right? But on the side in the green room you look fuzzy.
Yes.
It happens a lot. It happens.
I think what happens is when you challenge religions, just for chucks and giggles, things will happen weird.
Oh boy.
Weird.
Yes, you do not
Weird.
mess with the higher power. That's right.
Weird.
Yeah.
But I'm so
Look at
I'm so
Helen. Look at, is that
disobedient.
one finger or two fingers, guys? What do you think? I don't know.
Two. Oh, three. Oh boy.
Oh
Three.
boy, it's time to go.
Oh yeah. Start to behave. Start to behave.
I've had friends where, if they're up in here, it started pulsing. You knew it was time to leave. You needed to go. You needed to run
Do you
as
think I'm
fast as.
agitated? Do you think I'm agitated by you talking about
No,
religion?
no. I've seen you agitated with me. This is nothing. This is lovely.
Oh,
We're
I
good.
don't think you have seen me agitated with
Yeah,
you.
chicas. Oh, I'm now really afraid. Okay, good.
And actually sorted the silverware.
What's that, right?
And actually sorted the silverware.
Oh wow. Molly, stop. Sorry.
Daddy's busy.
It's all going down in Blazen's kitchen.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
You should introduce us to your son.
And have breakfast.
Nah, it's fair enough if you like. I get if someone doesn't want to have their kid on camera. I've never had my kids
Yeah, I
on
noticed
camera
that.
broadcasts, so I think that's fair enough if you don't want to.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fair.
They're eating anyway.
Yeah.
Don't disturb the kids.
Well, my youngest Laura is going to start doing streams on here and Twitch, playing games again. So
She's not doing any of her music stuff.
she still does, but she's in love right now.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Should we do the recap? When someone says forever, they're just trying to get in your
Get
knickers.
into your knickers.
That's all they're doing. That's Helen's new album.
Oh, man.
Forever means I want in your knickers.
That's nice.
First cut is no knickers, no more.
Sweet. Very sweet.
If you did an album, what kind of album would you do, Helen? Do you know the type of music you would do if you did an album?
Well, it would depend on who I was working with.
Let's say you just did it for you. You weren't doing it.
It's going to be electronic and synthy, obviously.
Yeah. Have you
That's
thought
not even
about doing something at all?
I have recorded for other people, so there's stuff on the internet. I'm not gonna, tell you where to find it or anything, but you'll have musicians who have wanted to record something but they can't sing, so they've asked me to sing for them.
Well, I would love to play these in the morning
No,
on my
I would not love
show.
you to do that.
That would bring me great joy.
The singing thing's complicated. The whole story behind the singing thing's complicated. I mean, I was in a band, when I was very young.
Yes.
And something happened which made me decide to not, pursue that anymore. And then, I've always sung. In fact, I'm sure I used to drive my colleagues nuts when I had a proper job and I'd be around sort of like singing all the time in the background or whatever. But, what I found interesting was for someone who's always sung, there was a while where I stopped completely. And I hadn't realised that I'd stopped completely until I was standing in the line with someone else, with a female friend waiting to go into a gig. And then I randomly started singing in the queue after because I'd gone through a separation and, hadn't actually noticed that I'd stopped singing the whole time I was with that partner. And then suddenly one day I randomly started singing in the queue outside this gig. And it was actually a comedy gig. It wasn't even a musical gig. I just randomly started singing. And then I thought, oh, fuck, I haven't done that for years. So it is amazing how it's almost like you lose a little bit of yourself when you stop doing something that's essentially part of you. And I hadn't even noticed it sliding away until I realized I randomly started singing in this queue, It's like, oh shit, something's just clicked. But obviously I've worked in and around the music industry almost my whole adult life, and occasionally I'll be called upon to, lay down some vocals for someone. Fronting a band again, I think I'm way too old for that shit now. I think it's a young person's game. Happy to manage the band that I do. That's fine.
Do you enjoy writing material? Like, would you maybe do demos?
No, I don't. Do you know what? This is the thing, right? I am aware
Uh-huh.
that there are so many more talented people out there than I
Mhm.
am that aren't getting any kind of recognition, and I would rather draw attention to those people who deserve an audience. I'm not one for I'm not going to sit here and say I don't have an ego, because obviously everyone does to a certain extent, but that's not important enough. Like, I've never wanted to be famous, or like I'd much rather draw attention to people who do. It's one of my bugbears as well, and it happens on Haps sometimes, but not just on Haps. It happens on other social media, where someone will say someone's super talented, or they're this or they're that, and I'm sitting there thinking, no, they're mediocre. Like, okay, they're average, they're not bad, but they're not super talented. Like, there are people out there that are genuinely, and I would consider myself as one of those people that's mediocre. There are people who are seriously talented that don't get the the recognition that they should have. And I would rather champion those people, and try to drive an audience towards those people than ever try to, you know it's not important enough to me to want to be that. Do you understand? I don't know if I'm explaining that very well.
You are, but I think for some other people, the heart wants what the heart wants, and I think there are many people that would love to listen to you. So it's a thought, and I think there's enough room for everyone to do well. I always feel like there's enough room, but to each his own. I do have to make a phone call. I may come back, I may not, but thank you. I wish you well. Someone's called me here twice, so maybe I
You
should
better go
call.
call them back. I'd
Yes.
assume I had a missed call as well. I probably should call that person back as well. If I don't speak to you again, then have a fantastic rest of your day
Yes, well, and I'll see you in the comments probably in the future.
in the cheap seat.
Yes, I love that term.
Yeah. Me too. I have to leave. It's early morning. I need to start my day. So Helen, thank you for
Absolutely.
the
Thank
time.
you for coming and having a chat. Have a great
Yes.
day.
Yes, much love to everybody.
Hi,
Bye for
Candy.
now.
See you
Bye.
Yeah,
later.
everybody have a great, great and awesome day.
There she goes. Oh man. I don't know how long I've been on, but
I'm
we'll
gonna
give it
jump down and eat. Y'all have a
yeah,
great
go
day.
eat.
Later, guys.
Enjoy your pancakes.
I will.
Enjoy
Bye.
your breakfast.
I
Bye,
will,
Hazel.
Helga. Thank
They're
you.
dropping like
Bye,
flies,
Michael.
Helga.
Yes, yes.
It won't let me leave.
If you want to leave, just say it.
Would you like me to help you leave?
Yeah, if you could. It's freezing
I've
up.
completely forgotten how to do that. I think
Oh,
that's it.
there it goes.
There we go. Because you just assume that people can, let themselves out, and I've completely
Mhm.
forgotten what to do with the broadcast studio. That's what happens when you don't broadcast for a little bit.
Mhm.
So the last time I spoke to you, Helga, your son was playing some
Sorry.
music on your broadcast. Has he started broadcasting himself yet, or?
No, not yet. When he's in the studio, then the volume, everything will be better,
Mhm.
and um, he will broadcast from the studio, and he has to get used to this program
Yeah. Oh yeah,
or
it
this
takes time.
platform, I should say.
Yeah. Especially when they start making changes and stuff as well. But he'll figure that out. It won't take too long to.
Well, it's not because I'm his mother, but what you just said about talented
Mhm.
people on Habs,
Mhm.
he's one of them.
Mhm. Yeah.
He taught himself to play the keyboard. I was a single mom, and all my sons are talented.
Hmm.
They didn't got it from me.
I'm sure that's not true, Helga.
Well, they have their parts, you know. They are boys, and it would be easier if they were girls to recognize yourself in
Hmm.
a
Think
yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know for sure because here in the Netherlands, people know about him already.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, he made some music with Dutch artists, and you know that Dutch artists, music producers, especially in the house techno
Hmm.
area,
Hmm.
they are very famous all over the world,
Yep.
and they know my son.
That's good. That's good.
So you know,
And I liked what he said when I said, "What's the plan for the music?" He didn't say, "Oh, he's going to put it up on whatever platform, streaming
oh
platform, and
no,
let people hear it." He had the right answer when he said, he's going to sell it on to other people as a back end track or whatever. Like he had the right answer to try and monetize, make it an actual business. Because too
yes,
many people do it for the love of music, and there's an expectation that creatives work for free in all creative industries. As a photographer, I'm exactly the same. There's an expectation that if you do a creative job, you should be working for free because, oh well, you've got a camera anyway. Oh well, you've done those beats anyway, and it
hmm
doesn't work that way. So he had the right answer when I said, "What's the plan?" You know.
well, in Thailand where he is, one uh, one scene in I don't know how exactly all the right words say is, but he made a song for a very famous Thai group,
Hmm.
and everybody listens to that music
Good.
in Thailand.
And if he
So
wrote it, he should be getting royalties for that. He should be getting paid when it's getting played.
yeah, but you know, my son is very in those things. He's very shy,
Hmm.
and I told him, Jorel, listen, because his I gave him the name Jorel. I said, Jorel, listen, all of this time that you are making music, producing music, people are calling you. You are helping each and all of them. They became famous.
Hmm.
They have a lot of money because you are as your mom. When someone calls you, you are there for that person.
Hmm. Hmm. But he
But you
still needs to
forget,
be but he still needs to be making sure that copyright um they're copyrighted, and that he's being recognized as a co-writer on whatever the track is that they're using the beats for.
yeah. You can find if you Google his
Ha-
name.
has he heard of a thing called Beatify?
I don't know, honey. Really, I'm not. I'm just a
Hmm.
mom. I'm grateful that I'm able to uh,
Get him
know
to get him to.
what I'm.
I'll type it here so that he can come back in and read the comments. Helga,
Okay.
get him to check out Beatify. It's a new thing, a new platform that's been launched. I don't know all the ins and outs myself,
Uh-huh.
but it's based around cryptocurrency and artists getting paid for their work. It's not like
Oh, okay.
Spotify, where on Spotify something has to have hundreds of thousands of plays for them to get a
Yeah.
pittance.
Yeah.
It's not like that at all. This is a
Yeah.
way for artists to monetize their work. So
Okay.
get him to check out Beautify, and if you can, maybe it can help him in some kind of way.
Sorry, someone just ring the bell. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, Roberto was going to leave. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send him the name. BRDF. Yeah. Do you hear the dogs?
I do.
Okay, then I'm
No,
going to mute.
nobody's going to be sneaking up to your front door with those in the background, are they?
Not in the front and not in the back. I have three big ones, so be aware.
That's funny.
And guess what?
What's
Today, a niece, no, not a niece, a nephew, my sister's oldest son, he's a chef cook.
mm-hmm.
And today he also described himself to Habs. So I have to promote him with his food on Habs.
There's quite a large network of people who do cooking though. Like that's a good
Yeah,
thing for yeah. Yeah. I
yeah,
think they do like whole days where they all take turns to cook something like that'll be a cool thing
yes,
for him to take part in.
yes, yes.
Nice.
Yes, I love this community,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm so grateful that I'm able that I of can inspire friends and families also to join Habs.
Mm-hmm. That's good. We do need to grow it. You know, it is a good
Yes,
community, but we do need more people.
yes,
I know that takes time, but we do need to expand the number of people on the platform. So
yes,
good.
yes, yes. But you know, when we build a good foundation
Mm-hmm.
and people have the urge to be here, it will
Mm-hmm.
grow out of itself.
Yep. Yep. I think that's true. I know that there are lots of people who haven't been broadcasting nearly as often. I'm one of them. I haven't been broadcasting nearly as often.
Me
Um,
either,
for various
but I just started.
reasons. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
And I
all
hope
go through things,
yeah, and I
you
hope
know.
Walt I'm missing Walt's broadcasts, you know.
Mhm. Yes, his
Um,
walks,
yeah, I hope
a
that he can get
beautiful
back
country.
on again soon. Yeah.
Yes, me too,
I don't know if
me
Walt's
too.
still here, but I hope
Hmm.
that you can get it up and running again. I'm so sorry.
Let's.
I've been missing the comment section. I've just not been paying any attention at all. I'm doing a Michael Bathurst. I'm completely ignoring the cheap seats. I'm sorry.
No, I do that too. So I'm the worst broadcaster
I
because I'm
think
not
we've
used
I think
to.
I think we've all become lazy, Helga. I remember on Periscope at the beginning of Periscope, and I even did an Edinburgh Fringe show around this time where the room was full of people and you had to read it in real time because there was no scroll back feature.
Hmm,
And
hmm.
then they introduced a scroll back feature, and that made us all lazy. Like we didn't have to catch the comments in real time because we could scroll back. And now the comments just
Uh,
on the screen. So, you know, we get lazy and we're like, oh, well, I better check the comment section. Like when we used to
yeah,
be
yeah,
more
yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah.
ball, you know?
Well, I rather just sit and speak
Hmm.
with one or two or three but not a big group because I don't like it when you talk over each other.
Yeah.
And but I prefer just to speak one on one
Hmm.
instead of typing because yeah, my English is not as it should because I'm not from England or America.
But I think your English is spot on.
I just do my best, and I'm from the old ways, you know. Just sit and talk.
Having a conversation. I like the
Yeah,
fact
have
that
a conversation.
yeah, I like the fact that it's face to face. Like it's
Yeah.
got that over Periscope where it was just an audio on Periscope. Like I much prefer being able to see someone when you're talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also aware that I've neglected anybody who might be sitting listening because it is very much like we're having a conversation and they're just sitting listening to it, and that like that's not fair, you know.
Uh-uh. That's true, and that's why um, I rather invite people in the broadcast so that we can talk.
Mhm.
one
Yep.
by one or two by two or four by four, but not more than three or four.
Yeah, I think it depends on who's in
Unless
as well.
everyone respect each other and let each other speak and wait till it's
Mhm.
their turn to say something.
Yep. I was gonna say the same thing. It depends on who you've got in because there are
Yeah.
some people who are happy to sit and you're one of those people who are happy to take a back seat and let everyone else
Oh yeah.
talk,
Yeah.
and then you've got other people who like to just take over
Take
the
over.
room.
Yes, I've been there too because
Mhm.
I'm not used to being on a platform uh, in the way we do here. So the
Mhm.
interaction and yeah, when I'm on fire, and then I don't look and listen, and but I learn more just to sit and listen, and if I feel that I need to say something, I just wait and hopefully somebody see.
See, I would
Yeah,
like to think that I'm that way. I would like to think that, I'm good at stepping back and letting other people speak, but I have this terrible thing where if I want to say something and I don't say it straight away, I'll forget what the fuck it is I want to say. So I
yeah,
need to say it, but then sometimes that can come across like I'm talking over someone, and I don't
yeah.
mean that either. It's just if I don't say this and I don't say it now, I'm gonna completely forget what it was.
I have that too, but I'm just relaxed on it if it
Mhm.
is not in the moment.
Yeah, because if we
If
come
I
back to
don't
it 10
have the
minutes later,
possibility to speak
yeah.
and it doesn't come back, it's also good.
Yeah, no, I'm terrible. I'm like, but that's the other thing
I'm
is
not.
the conversation does move on so quickly as well. You could be sitting
Mhm.
waiting there to say something, and by the time you get a chance, we've already jumped 5 topics.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. Uh, but I'm glad that this is an experience that I can experience with all of you.
Mhm. I think it's cool that your kids are getting on board as well. Like, I think that's cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I like this because then you will see that I'm not performing.
Mhm.
It's not a show.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
understand when
not.
people say that. Like, some people say, "Oh, this is like theater, it's like a show," and I'm like, "Is it? Maybe for you,
Yeah, exactly, exactly,
not for the rest of
exactly.
us."
I don't even know how to do a show.
Yeah. I think there is an element of people, projecting maybe slightly differently to how they would in real life. I mean,
Mhm,
I'm to a certain extent probably more aggressive on here than I would be. I'm much more
mhm,
chilled and laid back in real life, but that's because in real life I don't have people coming in and agitating me and being an arsehole in the,
mhm,
comment section.
mhm.
So of course you're going to be slightly different, but for the most part,
Yes,
it would be too difficult for someone to keep up a pretense of being something that they're not for any
exactly.
length of time, you know?
Hmm. Yeah.
I think that's why I like live streaming so much, is that
Mhm.
it's so much more real than Instagram or any of the other fakery that's on social media, you know?
I have those things, but don't ask me how those things work.
I didn't
Uh,
use mine for years. It used to really every time I went on Instagram, I just felt like, "Why am I here?" Like, everything was so fake. Everybody looks the same because 'cause they're either doing the same filter or the same, like, shit contour and makeup, and it's like, why does everybody want to look the same? Why don't they just want to look like themselves? I don't
exactly. But
understand.
when I'm on those other sites of
Mhm,
platforms, I should say, it is only because my sons on there are
mhm.
there, and they post pictures
Yep.
from themselves, what I used to make when they were living here, you know,
Mhm,
and I don't have pictures anymore from them
mhm.
because they
Yep.
have their own lives. And when I follow them on Instagram, I can see
You get to see how they're
how
getting on.
they enjoy.
Mhm.
you know, and that is the reason why look, I'm on Instagram,
Hmm.
not
Well,
for,
that's a good reason.
yeah, yeah. I'm not, to be honest, I'm not interested in other people's fake,
Yeah.
good,
Same.
expensive, whatever life.
I'm on it because I got sick of people saying to me on Periscope, "How do we contact you off Periscope?" And for 4 years, for the first 4 years, I would say, "Well, you don't. Like, you can talk to me here," and then I wouldn't have any, outside interaction with anybody. And
Uh-huh.
then 4 years into it, I was like, right, okay, like, what's the harm in letting people contact me off the platform? So then I started to use the Instagram account that had been sitting there dormant, not being used.
Uh-huh.
But other than that, like, I don't understand the point in them, honestly. I don't get it. I don't understand that fake
Mm-hmm.
filtered. It's weird. Maybe it's an age thing, Helga.
I think so too.
Mhm.
I think so too because, you know, if you see what the mainstream media shows our children, they have a way different perspective from when we were
Mhm.
younger.
Yeah.
So
I
we
would.
can't blame our children that they become what they see.
Mhm. No, they're absolutely brainwashed that they've got to be a
Yeah,
certain way.
yeah, definitely,
Absolutely.
definitely,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely.
And that terrifies me that they can't just be themselves. There's just constant pressure, you know.
I see it with my youngest son.
Mhm.
Actually, I see it with all of them. I have
Mhm.
four sons, and um, I will start with my oldest one. He is very talented with music,
Mhm.
but he don't want to be in front of the screen. He don't want to be famous.
Mhm. He just wants to
He
be good at
just,
what he does.
yes, and sell his music and take care of us.
Mhm.
Okay. My second son, he's very smart. He's very intelligent, but he's frustrated because he sees that the world is not what it should. And anyway, he will find his way.
Mhm.
My Romello, the son that most of the people on Habs know because yeah, huh? he he is very sensitive, and he was born with 26 weeks.
So he's premature.
Yes.
Mhm. Got you.
So he had to fight his way
Mhm.
from the moment he was born into this life.
Mhm.
And when he became a older adult, he sees that this life, what we are living, is not the life that he came for. All of my children, they say that, Mama, this world is not the way it should be. I said to them, you know, I'm going to do my part to change it, not for myself because I had my youth. I became a mother. I became a grandmother. So I'm all already with one leg in another on another planet. But if you are not satisfied with what you see, it's up to you because it is your life and your children's life. So do what you can do to change the world for the better. that
Yeah,
is damaging.
it's knowing what to. I mean, my biggest bugbear is this consumerist bullshit. This constant everything's disposable. Upgrade to the latest thing. I've got
Yes,
a real issue with that. I
yes.
remember when I was a kid, if your TV broke, you'd get a
Mhm.
television repairman in to fix it. Now you just bin the TV and get a new one.
Yep.
Like, when did that become a fucking thing?
Yeah.
It drives me crazy on here as well. Like, you'll say something like, my phone's heating or whatever, and someone will say, "Oh, what kind of phone are you using?" It's like, it doesn't matter what kind of phone I'm using. It's still
Exactly.
functional. Like, it shouldn't. It doesn't need to be the latest, iPhone 12 or whatever. Like, it's still this crap that you've got to constantly upgrade all the time drives
Yes.
me fucking nuts.
Yes.
And it's because we're brainwashed into this thing of, consumerism, and if you can't afford it,
Yeah.
take it out on credit, get yourself a credit card, work your arse off to the fucking bone for a mortgage, so then you're indebted to the bank, and then you don't actually own it, the bank fucking owns it, and you're essentially a slave because you've got to pay
We
off this
are.
debt.
Yeah.
And I'm guilty of it myself. I've got credit cards. Everybody's in that situation, but it doesn't mean
Well,
I'm not
I
painfully
I
aware of it.
I don't have a credit card, and I
I
don't
I I
want a
I
credit
I
card.
got rid of all of mine, and then COVID fucking happened, and I wasn't getting any paid work coming in, so I've put myself into a load of debt again. It's just one of those things where
Yeah.
you you do what do you do to survive? But I'm painfully aware of it, and the consumerist bullshit. I mean, I would consider myself a socialist. And I know that's a dirty word in America because they equate socialism with communism, but that's not what I mean by socialism. I mean, the distribution of wealth. 1% of the population should not own 85% of the wealth. It's fucking
Exactly.
disgusting. And
So
the wealth should be distributed more equally amongst the population. That's all I mean by socialism.
so we have to educate ourselves because we can free ourselves by knowing
Hi,
what they
Hannah.
did. If we
Hmm.
don't know, we can't free ourselves.
Hmm.
Each and all of us should go and see what our birth certificate means
Hi, Brenda.
because it started with our birth certificate. I have asked uh, knowledge to explain that on Habs because he knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Someone else was talking about this to me over in New Zealand about the numbers. It's not just your birth certificate; it's other IDs or something about the
Yes,
government having money attached to your government
yes,
ID or something.
yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
know I know exactly what you're talking about because I've had this conversation, with other people.
yes,
So other
yes.
people are aware of it.
If more people are aware of it,
Hmm.
the powers that be will lose their power.
But here's the thing, Hannah. People need to upgrade their skills by going to school and continuing education for better jobs.
No,
This
not
is the
school,
great lie we were all told, right? I'm
not
40,
school.
right? So I'm considered a millennial. And the great
Mm,
lie we were all told is that we should go to university and get a degree
mm-mm.
and get a good job. And then we all
No,
got educated, and then there was no fucking jobs for us when we were educated.
exactly,
So,
exactly.
that's what they're telling you.
Hmm.
But realistically, that doesn't necessarily. I mean, there are people working in Costa Coffee or Starbucks who have, multiple degrees who are drastically overqualified for those jobs, and they can't get a fucking job for
Yep,
the qualifications that they have. So
yes,
that's not necessarily true either. I actually think we need to go
yes,
back to. I actually think we need to go back to a situation where people were manually educated, where you got engineers and plumbers and joiners and tradesmen. We need to go more down that route, and we should be encouraging girls to do the same. We should be encouraging girls to be engineers and scientists and
we have to go back
hands-on
to the
mechanics and
basics.
stuff.
We have to go back to the basics.
Yep.
To start with, know what we eat. Do our children know where our food comes from? Do we know where our food comes from?
Well, that's the thing. And again, that's different in each country, because there are certain, legislative. One of the biggest issues I have with Brexit and us leaving the EU is that there are certain food standards that won't necessarily apply to the UK anymore. Food had to meet a certain criteria as part of the EU for it to be, and there had to be, specific kind of labeling, so you did know what was in it and where it was from.
Yeah,
That's not
but
the
that's
case
a
in
lie.
America.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because the way they
I
put
don't
it
follow.
on the
Hi, Molly.
whatever, normal people don't know what it is. It's only for the intelligent people to figure it out
Yeah, but
what
you
is
can
in the
Google
product.
what each of those things are.
Yes,
The
nowadays.
ingredients they're still listed, whereas in America those standards don't even exist. They don't have to list all the ingredients on the label.
Wow. Wow.
That's and you could have genetically modified food that I mean, at least that's a major issue I've got with the UK leaving the EU, is that there are, and the biggest issue that I have, because my main thing is employment law. I've got a real thing about employment law,
Mm-hmm.
and all our employment laws are they're all EU laws, right? So your right to
Okay.
anything, your right to paid holidays, your right to maternity leave, your right to a tribunal and a fair disciplinary procedure, all those things are governed by EU law. And constructive dismissal, unfair dismissal, your right to actually go to the European Court of Human Rights if that if that becomes an issue for you. We don't have anything protecting us now. Those
Listen,
are
listen,
all
listen,
EU
listen.
laws.
Sorry. I don't know what kind of image you have from the EU. I think it is way different than the one I have.
UK employment law is enshrined in EU's EU legislation. And when we
Yeah, but
left the EU, those laws aren't statute now.
what kind of
Employees' rights were governed by EU legislation.
okay? What was the how was it before we got strangled in the EU situation? How was the situation before? Because I myself, from an older generation than you are, I have seen so many different shit changes that worsen our lives, our existence from the moment we went in the EU.
I'm coming at it specifically from an employment law and an interest in workers' rights. Before we went into the EU, or the common
Mm-hmm,
market as it was known back then, we had unions.
mm-hmm.
Margaret Thatcher completely destroyed those fucking unions. Those unions don't exist anymore. But at least
That
workers had some form of rights in the form of employment law, right, which
mm-hmm.
is enshrined in EU statute, right? But we came out of the EU with nothing to protect workers, and that's intentional. That's intentional because obviously, you're just a pleb. Well, we could theoretically go back to fucking Dickensian times where people were, in the workhouse. There's no rights for employees, and that's the problem. We didn't have anything set up before we came out with no deal. We don't
you
have
know,
those things protecting people.
Helen, even though we have them here in a country that's also in the EU, the unions that we have, they are not there for the people. And
I
you
can't comment
know,
because I don't know enough about what things are like there. But the thing is,
uh,
you do have as a member of the EU, right? You will have the right to a certain amount of weeks of paid holiday pay. You will have the right to not have to work over your contracted hours. You
we
will
had that
have
before we entered the
maternity
EU. We had that
maternity.
before we entered the
Right, well, good
EU.
for you, but all of our employment laws are enshrined in EU law. We had to come up to the EU standard, right?
Okay.
So now that we're no longer a member, theoretically those laws don't stand. Say for example, someone gets sacked, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's an unlawful dismissal.
Mm-hmm.
What normally that person could do is go to a tribunal,
Yeah.
or depending on the circumstances, the Court of European Rights, to sue that employer. That's not the case anymore.
And what about common law?
I don't follow what you mean common law.
Common law, you can get all your rights back with or without a union.
I'm not talking about unions. I'm talking about actual statute, actual, employment law. That's written into law. Nothing to do with unions. We don't really have
You-
any unions in the UK anymore. They were all fucking destroyed. There are some paid, unions for certain things. Unison will look
Okay,
after
but
teachers or whatever.
I don't know exactly how uh, the common law. I know it in Dutch, but to explain myself in English is different, of course, and very hard, and it is technical. To talk smooth and laugh, it's easy, but when you have to say things, uh, uh, it's hard for me to
Mhm.
explain. That's why I share the information that I know about, and
Mhm.
and all of them that I share is in English, so it is easier for the people who speak English to educate themselves f- uh, in with the information that I shared, and I shared also about the common law.
But you're referring to Dutch common law. You're not referring to
No,
UK
no, no,
common
no,
law.
no, no.
And
It's
UK common
worldwide.
law is
It's
different to Scottish.
universal.
Scots laws, no, that's not true. Because
Really?
Scots law is different to the rest of the UK as well. We have different laws.
Yeah, but
Every country has its own laws, but
yeah, but you
specifically
have
but specifically
universal.
human but specifically European, specifically employment law was governed by EU statute. It had that's people had that safety net.
Okay. So actually, Britain is worse off with
Yes, in
Brexit.
in many respects. That's just one element. That's just one aspect. Don't even get me started on bans and people trying to tour Europe and make a living who are really struggling to get from the UK without having to go through the whole visa process for every single country that they're going through on a European tour, and they're only allowed to be there for 2 days at a time. Like, there's a massive
Whoa.
we Brexit was a huge mistake for the UK in many, many respects. Hi, Vinita. However, workers' rights union busting, banning unions from forming. That's what Thatcher did in the 80s, Molly. She totally emasculated the unions and basically destroyed them. But at least before the European Union, like, people had that. Working people had the unions to stick up for them, and they don't have that now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting quite like, this is my thing.
I
You know?
understand. I understand.
Yeah.
I experienced this from another um, side.
Mhm.
Um I can only speak from my own experience here in the Netherlands.
Mhm.
And for me, at this moment, everything is uh, I never had the problem of um, um, lost work, not having money because the social responsibility from the Dutch government is high, but not high enough, so that people who can't work,
Mm-hmm.
that they will have enough money so that they can live a better life. Okay, because if they are not able to work, the government take care of them,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, uh, I didn't have to experience all of those things that you are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But the expectation that they have been telling us or feeding us of changing our sovereignty, Dutch sovereignty, to the European Union, for me, when I look back, is the worst thing they ever did to join the European Union. Because the Netherlands, the government, doesn't have anything to say about the Netherlands. Everything is arranged at the European Union.
But you obviously have your own representatives within the EU. This is what I didn't understand about the arguments that were made pre-Brexit either. You know, they say, oh, the EU dictates this and the EU dictates that. We have our own European members of parliament that are
Yeah, but
elected from your country to represent
no,
you in the
that
EU.
is what we think. That is what we think, Helen. I didn't elect the one that went to the European and sell the Holland to the European Union.
You didn't vote in the European elections.
It's the elections that we think that we have a voice.
You
Are
could
we
say
not
you
awake
could say that
on the?
about anything. Listen,
Yeah,
Scotland has had a government, right? As part of the UK, Scotland has had a government that it has never voted for 40 years. We do not vote Conservative in Scotland, and yet we are
mhm.
subjected to having a Westminster government that's Tory, that's Conservative, right? So you could say that about anything where you're voting, your vote means nothing. But ultimately, we are negatively affected by leaving the EU. That's just how it is, and we're starting to see that now with food shortages and the fact that there aren't enough truck drivers. There's, do you know what? It's not even. It's so depressing. But to answer Onion, anything that erodes working class people's rights pisses me off. So yes, it makes me pissed because all that situation does is just make it easier for employers and the elite to shit all over workers. And I've got an issue with that.
That is it is. I think in this
And it goes
COVID situation,
it also goes back to that thing, sorry to talk over you, Helga. It also goes back to the thing we were
no,
talking
no,
about the whole consumerism thing, about putting us in, having us brainwashed that we need to be in debt, we need to work our arses off. It
yep,
all goes back to that. Of course it
yes,
does.
yep,
Work your finger to the fucking
yes,
bone. Work your arse off until you're in your 70s or 80s. You won't even get a chance to
yes,
retire.
and
You'll be
then
working
die.
until you'll be working until you drop dead because you're paying off this
Yep,
debt that told you needed to have. Like, it's such a bunch of
yes,
bullshit, and we
yes,
won't protect you with any employment law either.
yep,
It really
yep,
pisses me off.
yes.
Yeah, and that's the way we're going, Onion. And it wasn't like that here. We had you know specific employment
Do you
law.
know? Do you know Klaus Schwab
Do I know what?
from
Sorry.
the World Economic Forum?
Mm-mm.
No.
I missed what you said. Oh God, sorry.
Do
I
you
know.
know Klaus Schwab?
I don't know.
Google that guy from the World Economic Forum.
Okay. What about
Yep,
Give me the
it's in
lowdown.
the comments. I need to
Right.
say hi, Fanita. I think Fanita was in the chat or not.
She was. Yep. And Jess, hi Jess.
Hi, Jess. And everyone, Hannah, Molly.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna have to wrap this up because I've just had a text message to say that the kids are on their way back.
All
So
right, honey. Thank you
I'm
for
gonna
this
have to go.
wonderful
I'm
chat.
sorry that got a wee bit sort of like, you know,
No,
ranty.
it's okay. It's okay. All is good. All is good, honey. All is well.
But if somebody else is going to go live, I can hang around in the cheap seats. I just can't be, you know,
Yeah,
up
I
here when
know.
there's stuff going on in the
I
background,
know,
you know?
honey bunny. Thank
But
you.
I'm really glad you came up to talk to me, Hel, because we haven't done a one-on. We haven't actually had the chance to talk just
Exactly.
ourselves.
Yes.
So that was nice.
Yes, we will do it again. Just invite
I
me.
hope so.
And I will be here.
Right, guys, in the comment section, thank you all for popping in and keeping me company. It was lovely to chat to you. I know it's a weird time for me to be live, so I'm glad that I did that and I was able to catch you. And have a fantastic night, Helga. Are you going live?
You too. I might. Out of the
Cool.
blue.
Well, if you do, I'll pop in. If
All right,
not,
honey.
have a great night. See
You
you
too.
later. Bye.
Bye-bye.